Hey boys and girls, would you like to learn how to draw the ugly duckling? Guess what? Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mr. Smith's Art Room for Kids. Today we are going to do the main character from the story The Ugly Duckling, and I will leave a link in the description so you can or your parents can purchase the book and any other art materials that we use in this video. Now, this edition of The Ugly Duckling was written by the author Mara Albrecht. The Ugly Duckling is a fairy tale that was originally created by the author Hans Christian Andersen. It's the story of a poor little duckling that was abused and bullied by members of his family and other animals because he looked different. Boys and girls, I hope that you don't treat people badly because they may not look or dress the same as you. We should try to be nice and treat everybody with respect and fairly. As a child, I was taught to always treat people the same way that I wanted to be treated. So I hope that you do the same and just be nice. All right, one last thing that I want to tell you about the Ugly Duckling. The Ugly Duckling wasn't just a duck. He was a beautiful swan, a long-necked swan. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to draw today. A beautiful long-necked swan. So, let's get started. Let's get drawn. Let's go! Okay, we're going to practice making an oval. And we have our oval. Now we're going to make a question mark for his head and neck. But it's too skinny, so we need to double it. And you see, I'm starting off with pencil. It's because our swan is going to be white and we're going to need to do some erasing. Now I'm making a long C for his wing, and we're going to come back 3 times. 2, 3. Now we're going to make a diagonal U for his beak and a small circle and another circle inside of that for his eye. Now we're going to make a curving line going up. We're going to come back 3 times in a zigzag way and bring it right back into the oval. Now I'm using a kneaded eraser to open up the swan's neck and part of his body to the tail. This is the reason why I started out using the pencil, if you're wondering why everything is so light. Then right after that, I'm going to pick up my black marker and start to outline. Now that I've gotten rid of all the lines that were not necessary. So now you should be able to see our long-necked swan clearly as I go through and outline all of the shapes. And then that one part right there, that's a marking that all swans have in between their bill and their eye. I want to color that in right now. That's the one black part on the swan. Now we're going to use the white background of the paper for the swan. Starting to make some wavy lines for the water. Now you see I'm making some ovals underneath. The swan itself is causing that little wave in the water to come out like that. And I'm making wavy lines that don't go through the whole water. making some fish with ovals and triangles. I think one more fish, oval, triangle. Oh, we have a lily pad. There's my extra fish, oval, triangle, triangle. Now we're going to make some mountains in the background. And after the mountains, we're going to have our sun peering right in between. And then a couple fluffy clouds. And you know what time is getting ready to be right now. It's time for Mr. Smith to outline things and do his one-stroke, two-stroke coloring method. Want to get in there, cover all that white, make sure it doesn't come through, and our colors are bold and bright. Outlining all our shapes first, and then we can go ahead and use the one-stroke method without any worry of going over the lines. Now, if you do this one-stroke method and do it in the same direction, it makes your work look much better. Sometimes I can keep it that way, but it just doesn't happen all the time. But my main concern is trying to cover all of the white. Don't let little white spots come out in between. Your drawings end up looking so much more colorful when you take your time and do the one-stroke, two-stroke method. And even with that, after you finish, you go back and you check and make sure that you have covered any white spots that are left. Got the sky done. A little yellow for the sky, for the sun. Now I think I'm going to put a little orange in for the rays. And I'm going to mix a little yellow over top of the orange. Just to lighten it out just a little bit. Start coloring in the mountains. Outlining. Definitely don't want to get any color on our swan. Our swan should be totally white except for the lines. His beak and the black marking and his eye. Now I'm using turquoise for the water. I like turquoise because it's still blue, but it has just a touch of green to it. Outlining around my fish. And you see, the waves can still be seen. They even come through the blue. Now this little ring where he's sitting down, trying to outline that and go around the lily pad. almost done. I really enjoy the coloring. I like making the drawings too, but coloring is very relaxing. Now trying to go underneath the swan. I'm going to do one turquoise and one blue. And then I'm going to mix a little turquoise over top of the blue. Lily pad done. Mixing up a couple fish, one yellow, one orange. I think I'll make one more orange. Orange beak, black pupil in his eye. Okay, I'm slowly trying to put the blue in on the second ring. It's not as easy doing the one stroke on a small curving area, but I just about got it. Well, boys and girls, I finished up the other part of my mountain during the transition, and I am done. I think I did a pretty good job on my ugly duckling. How did yours turn out? I'm sure you did an excellent job. Hey, boys and girls. I had a great time having you here at Mr. Smith's Art Room for Kids. I hope you enjoyed yourself learning how to draw the ugly duckling. Now please, a few things to remember. Like my video, subscribe, and hit that bell. You will get a weekly notification when my new videos come out. I had a great time. It's that time to go. So I'm going to see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.